Over the past few months, several of you have asked me about these Bannetons that I use for my sourdough. They are from Breadtopia, just Google breadtopia.com. And they're eco-friendly, so when I started at this job, we had the normal Bannetons that everyone uses, like the ones that are like, look like wood on the outside with the white thing inside of them. I used to use those without the fabric in the middle. And I loved them, but because the sourdough rests in the fridge overnight, they got moldy really quickly. We were constantly replacing them. It was a pain in the ass. There was always like little splinters coming off on the bread. It just like wasn't very sustainable. I mentioned that to my boss when I started this job, and he was like, okay, we'll try to find like a more eco-friendly version. So when we replace them, the owners are less angry about spending the money because they're all about being sustainable, which I also really wanted a Banneton that was washable, because then if it did mold, you could just wash it out, and that would be really helpful. But the plastic ones, so like if you go on webstaurant.com, the Webstaurant ones, like the green plastic ones, are really expensive. These were cheaper than those. So the things I like about these and the things that I don't are that there is no airflow. These are completely one piece. There is no hole anywhere in it. I can't remember exactly what it's made from, but it's like their eco-friendly Banneton. But because there's no airflow, the sourdough that I used to make all the time that worked perfectly did not work at all in these Bannetons. It was constantly underproofed and small, and it was, honestly, it was a fucking issue. So what I ended up having to do was adjust my recipe, increase the hydration. I also added a teaspoon of yeast to a recipe that makes 30 loaves. So it's not that much per loaf, but it makes a difference in like the rise on the dough. So if you do happen to want to buy one of these Bannetons, I will put a link to them in my link in bio. They are they're easy because they're washable. You just might have to adjust your recipe a little bit if you do buy one. But you're gonna have it forever. They certainly don't break or get moldy. There's no like fabric thing you have to use, because I've never used those in my Bannetons. I just put a mixture of half white rice flour, half AP flour in these, sifted in there. It's always worked for me. So I don't make anything off of it if you do buy it from the link in my bio. I'm just trying to help you guys because you've asked the question. So let me know if you get them, and if you do, let me know if you also had to adjust your recipe.